What's up, guys? My name is JodyCut5 and welcome back to the episode of the Player Career Mode series. Before we do get into this episode, it'd be much appreciated if you haven't done so already to hit that like button, hit that subscribe button, and don't forget to hit that notification button so you never miss a video. We start this episode coming off the back of a decent victory against Leeds United that saw us victorious in the cup final, meaning that we are the EFL Trophy winners. Really good stuff, but we're going to have to do even better now as we now are into the knockout rounds of the Europa Conference League. ST Strom Graz is the team that we're going to be playing. It's going to be a difficult game nevertheless, not the biggest sides, but at the end of the day we still need to be on our A game and hope that we're able to get through to the next round in kind of an easy ways, that is for sure, because it's not going to be an easy one. It's really going to be difficult. Every team is still going to give us a game no matter what, and if we don't turn up and they do, then we could have some problems on our hands. A 9.0 rating, a 25 dribble success rate, and 3 shots on target is needed to be able to do so. Let's see if we're able to do so and get this game done and dusted in the first leg. Ideally, I'd just like to get things done, to be honest, for the pure fact is it's just nice to be able to kind of get it done and dusted, not have to worry about anything going on in the particular fixture, and you can kind of look forward to the next leg in a little bit more light and just less nerves around the whole situation itself. More focus on the game now as we look to be able to create an opportunity straight away, showing a little bit of flair, showing a bit of kind of skill there, as you can see, as Nkuku finds Lavia to Caicedo, passing it around, Sterling on the left hand side, looking for an option. Could he pass it into the box? He's going to go to Caicedo. Lovely from Caicedo. We turn and we shoot, and it is a goal. It's SK Strom 1-0, Chelsea 1. I hope they haven't scored. That would have been a funny one. Really good goal nevertheless. A really quick start here away from home. It's not easy to be able to come to these grounds. It's very hostile, kind of the actual atmosphere around it, but we seem to be able to drown all that out, and we have got the goal that we needed there to get ourselves in front. Hopefully we can continue that though in this particular fixture, and we don't kind of sit back and allow a lot of pressure, because that would be our kind of worst thing to actually do at the end of the day. We need to continue this on, and as you can see, we're going to have to do some defending before we are able to continue this on. Opportunity there, but Cucurella seems to deal with it nice and comfortably, seeming to head out the ball as he look for an opportunity straight away there. Solankic finds his teammate Eccles then with an opportunity to get the ball into the area. Johnston now, really good play there from the opposition so far, and a decent effort, I have to say. Saved by Lopez though, nevertheless, and it should be the end of that particular opportunity there as we clear our lines. 35 minutes being played. The first half has been pretty slow for us. I was expecting a little bit of a faster start, I have to say. A little bit disappointed, bear in mind that we are coming up against such a weaker opposition, but we need to kind of just be patient, and the goals will definitely start coming. An opportunity now there, as you can see, as Eccles makes a really good block after a thundering strike on the left hand side. Angelo finds Caicedo as Angelo picks it up once again there. Not much game time from Angelo Gabriel, but he looks to be able to play us in there, and that was a curling effort, but Meza saves it, and that will be a corner kick then. Decent effort nevertheless as we continue on. 42 minutes being played. The opposition now look to create something for an opportunity maybe on the right hand side. They have to go back though, as you can see. A little bit of a blue wall there. We're kind of setting out really well, and as much as we've only scored that one goal, we don't look like we're conceding at any point in time, but they do kind of attack in an option there, as you can see, and they do concede a free kick here, Chelsea, on a dangerous part of the pitch right on the outside, and we're going to have to go on the line to see if that will kind of help us in any means whatsoever as Lopez controls his wall there. It's a step over, it's going to be past, it's going to be a lovely shot there, and Lopez deals with it really comfortably, putting it out for a corner kick there. Great opportunity for the opposition to get themselves a goal from the half time there, as you can see, with a corner kick to be whipped in. It's not going to play it short. Eccles whips it in there, and Angelo Gabriel clears his lines. It falls back out to the opposition as they look to deal with it. Maybe one last opportunity on the cards there as they look to be able to get the shot off surely now, but Caicedo blocks it, Lopez collects it, and that is the end of the half-time game there, as you can see. Really good game though, nevertheless. As much as we're only 1-0 up, we're still doing what we need to do in terms of the objectives. Also, all we need to do is up our rating and 1 shot on target, and all objectives should be completed in this fixture. As we continue on then, 56 minutes being played, and into the second half we go, as we look to be able to see if we can defend some sort of attack from the opposition there, and we are really setting out nicely. We're making it so hard for the opposition to create any sort of means whatsoever, and an opportunity is going to be created on the left hand side. Decent ball over on the overlapping run there, ball whipped in there, short delivery, but it's dealt with though, and Lopez with a big save, putting it out for a corner kick. Nothing comes of the corner there, and as you can see, things staying at 1-0 2-0 as things stand there. 20 minutes left to play. It looks to be that we're going to be going into the second leg with an only 1-0 lead. I would like to extend that though, nevertheless, as we continue on there. 20 minutes to play as Thiago Silva looks to clear his lines there, but he can't. As Extraduria look for an opportunity to be able to play it on the right hand side. He looks to be able to play it straight away, and he does. He plays it right into the gap. A bit of a heavy ball, but it has worked in his favour. Real good opportunity to get ball into the area and actually create something for themselves now as Huvrat picks it up. Caicedo with an interception. He plays it onto Nkuku, and now the break commences then as we run into the gap. The pace is too much for the defenders, and we seem to be well on goal, and this could be the opportunity for the second. We've been patient, we've snatched at the idea, and we've taken it perfectly. It's Chelsea that are 2-0 up in this particular fixture as we look to be able to carry a 2-0 lead into the second leg, and what a counter-attack with the work that was for sure. And the Chelsea travelling fans will be definitely happy about that one, and the ones watching worldwide. Really good finish, and that sets us up a little bit more better in this particular game as we have 15 minutes left to play. Could we be in search for a third now as Angelo Gabriel found us in a really good opportunity there. He runs into the gap, a similar one to the second goal there, but it's not to be as we go to the keeper's near post and Meza deals with it. 9 minutes to be played there, and the opposition have been pretty good, I have to say. They've definitely kind of been a good account for themselves. Not really too much in terms of the dangerous opportunities they have had, as Romeo clears one opportunity there as Angela heads it onto ourselves. We're dragged wide on the right hand side, but we should be able to cut in on the left if we've got an opportunity to be able to do so, and we've got past the defenders. We have done so, but we can't convert on this occasion. Their keeper saves, and he's had a very good game, it has to be said. Corner kick to be taken straight away there, decent delivery, but the opposition clear only as far as Thiago Silva. Silva to Danso then as he looks for an opportunity to play in James on the right hand side. He's got options, he back heels it to ourselves then. We look to turn the defenders. What a turn that is, and what a goal that is. It's Chelsea done a 3-0 up in this particular tie. What a moment this is for JD Cook. Another hat-trick under the belt. I mean, how many hat-tricks are we actually going to score? I mean, if it is an infinite amount, then we'll just keep on going and going because it's really satisfying to see. That is for sure. Really good turn past the defenders, and it's really hard to do it in that sort of situation, but we've done it really well there, and a lovely finish nevertheless there as he celebrates in front of the travelling fans. They'll be ecstatic with the result, carrying a 3-0 lead into the second round, and the match ball has been claimed here in the Europa Conference League fixture, and it is another one for JD Cook to remember. What a night for him, and just an unbelievable time. 3 objectives completed at the same time also, so a win-win sort of scenario for JD Cook. What a moment this is for Chelsea. We look to be through to the next round of the Europa League Conference, and we have got the match ball, the man of the match, and all objectives completed. Second game of the episode is a simulation, this time against Nottingham Forest. We literally only played them in the last episode, so we simulate this particular game and we get a 2-1 victory. Thiago Silva and Noni Madueke getting on the score sheet there to be able to solidify all 3 points there for Chelsea, with another 3 points in the Premier League as we look to be able to challenge Arsenal for the title as we go into the second leg of the Europa Conference League. And with the 3-0 lead, I thought it was only right to simulate it, and we unfortunately don't win it on the night. A 2-1 loss, but on aggregate we are all good, so we are through to the next round easy peasy. 4-2 on aggregate, so I'm not too fussed that we did lose a particular game, because at the end of the day we are still through to the next round of the Conference League title there. As we continue on with our Emirates FA Cup pursuit there, we got a win against Nottingham Forest in the last episode. Can we get a game against Wolverhampton that will go in our favour? In the previous game against Wolves, it didn't really work in our favour whatsoever by losing out in the Premier League fixture. Can we change that now? An 8.5 rating, avoid losing the match, and 3 shots on target needed. I was a little bit nervy coming into this game, purely for the fact as I know that we played so poorly against them previously, and it was looking like Wolves are actually going to start the game really nicely as Bellegrade picks it up. He runs into the gap there, no one really picks him up, and that's exactly what happens when you don't pick up strikers in such a high level of football. It's Wolves 1, Chelsea 0, and Kumani gets on the score sheet then to be able to get his side in front, and we just haven't really started the game that what we should do, in all honesty, and that's been the downfall of this particular game so far. Even though we're only 10 minutes in and there's a lot to play for, just seems to be that nothing's really worked in this first 10 minutes, and the change in line-up and everything else. We've got Petrovic in goal today, which is a big decision made by the manager, and it could be a risky one, but we'll continue on there. 25 minutes being played. Sterling plays us in with a lovely opportunity. We get dragged to the left, but a really good chance there, but the keeper saves on this occasion as we look for an opportunity to get something from the corner. Raheem Sterling is going to step over the corner, and it looks to be the ball is going to be whipped into the box. No short corner to be taken. Paul whipped in there. We deal with it. Decent header, and it is going to be Thiago Silva that gets it in. It's Chelsea 1, Wolves 1, and Thiago Silva gets on the score sheet there for a second game in the run there. really good stuff from Thiago. He scored against Nottingham Forest in the previous simulation game, and this time he gets the goal here against Wolverhampton at the Molineux Stadium. It was a good header, and the defender just doesn't deal with it. I think if he deals with it in that instance, then it is away from danger, and there is nothing to be said in terms of a goal. But a thumping effort from Thiago Silva, brushing past the post, and it is another goal there, as you can see, with it being 1-1 as of the moment. 2 goals in this particular fixture, with 36 minutes being played currently, as Wolves look to be able to get themselves back into the fixture with Roberts charging forward. He finds his teammate Kunami, and once again they are in front. Another chance for Wolves and another goal. Kumani adds 2 to the tally for himself and 2 to the tally for Wolves. It's Wolves 2, Chelsea 1, and Kunami fires his side back in front there once again there in this fixture. Not really working in our favour whatsoever, and it just doesn't seem to be able to kind of gel. I'm not too sure if that's a change that have been made. I'm not too sure if it's kind of too out of kilter. It's really, really strange, but we're going to go down the half-time tunnel at the moment losing, and we are going to be crashing out of the FA Cup. Objectives aren't looking good either, so a big improvement needed in the second half, that is for sure. I mean, looking to do that though, that is for certain, because we need to be able to do so if we have any sort of hope of getting through to the next round of the FA Cup itself. With 50 minutes being played now, into the second half we now go. Konami looks to be able to charge on even further forward, but he's stopped in his tracks. Wolves still remain in possession though, as Charlie Bettino picks it up as he finds Pedro Neto. Neto using his pace to be able to see if he can create a gap between himself and Mark Cucurella. Cucurella manning his kind of area well, but Nelson Semedo getting right past him there. Ball into the area also. Beraldo deals with it. He finds Sterling there as Sterling nods it onto ourselves with an opportunity to get past the defenders and create something now as we look to be able to use our pace there. Kilman is literally catching up with us though, with an opportunity now. Surely it can be 2, but the keeper denies us once again there. It's not even going to go out for a corner as Out Nuri clears it, and that was a really good chance there, but not to be in this occasion. With 60 minutes now being played in the second half, we look to be able to play in our teammates, but we stopped in our tracks, and Pedro Neto is now charging down the right hand side as Cucurella looks to get back in position. Thiago Silva shifts to the other side there, as you can see, looking to be able to see if we can get the ball off Kunami now. Kunami to Belgrade, and that is a massive nail in the coffin, I believe. It's Wolves 3, Chelsea 1, and Belgrade gets on the score sheet, and that might just sink our hopes of getting through to the next round of the FA Cup. I'm not too sure as of yet, because there still is some time to be able to play in this particular fixture, but it's not looking good. It's looking very bleak for ourselves, and that's only us to blame at the end of the day, because the performance hasn't been good enough, and we've seen a lot of this as of late also. Our recent performances have been really lacklustre. I just don't really know what's going on as a team. I'm not too sure why. I mean, obviously we won a cup in the last episode, but in terms of the actual consistent performances and what we need to get going as a side, it's not really working in our favour. But an instant response is what was needed, and an instant response is what we got. Wolves 3, Chelsea 2, and it only seems to be JD Cook that is getting on the score sheet for whatever reason. I'm not too sure. No one else can seem to pull their finger out and get the goal that they need to get to help their side out. So it seems to be that we are completely carrying our side as of yet, and we have got another goal in this particular fixture. It's Wolves 3, Chelsea 2, as I mentioned, with not long left to play. 20 minutes left to play. Can Wolves get the result they need to get through to the next round, or Chelsea get back into this tie to be able to put it to a replay, or maybe we do it at the end? I'm not too sure. As we continue on there, 19 minutes being played, we're looking to create something, but no support there made whatsoever. We find a gap there, as you can see, as we look to play on our teammate Noni Madueke, but he loses out straight away, and this is what we're working with. And for whatever reason, just the team isn't gelling. I'm not too sure if it's the players that he's played today and it's a weaker side and so on. It definitely shows. But Wolves now go on the counter-attack. Pedro Neto now, and that completely sums up this fixture. It's Wolves 4, Chelsea 2, and yeah, that's the end of that, to be honest. It's a shame, because I felt like we could have really competed and kind of got a little bit of revenge off back to Wolves after previously losing in the Premier League fixture, but that's not going to be the case here, and we are going to go out of the FA Cup. So we've lifted the EFL trophy, but we're not going to be lifting the FA Cup on this occasion, and we now are out. That is confirmed. Full-time whistle has been blown here at the Molineux Stadium, and it is going to be Wolves 4, Chelsea 2. Really unfortunate in the end, as I thought we could have done much better, but at the end of the day, we just need to settle for what it is. We need to move on, and we still have a lot to play for at the end of the season. Only literally, 2 objectives completed out of the 3, so could have been worse, could have been better in some ways, but yeah, really disappointed. Nevertheless, heads need to be kind of held high, and we need to go again in our next fixture. We find ourselves with an international friendlies there. As you can see, I'm not really too fussed about playing the friendlies as of yet, because I feel like it just takes too much time within the series. We play against Mexico with a 3-0 victory there, as you can see, and then we played against Sweden with a 3-0 victory there, also getting 2 goals on the score sheet from the simulation, so at least we was able to contribute, even though that we simulated a game against Sweden. So 2 friendlies, 2 wins, which is always good, and I'm looking forward to some sort of qualifiers or tournament in time. But this is going to be the last game of the episode. It's against Liverpool at Anfield, a massive game game for us, a massive time for us to bounce back here in the Premier League. It's not looking as good as of yet, but we need to be able to change that. An 8.5 rated needed, 2 passes in the opponent's half, and 25% on the dribble success rate. Once again, going into this fixture, a lot of nerves were there, to be honest, because Liverpool are a massive side, and it seems to be our performances as of late aren't really being that consistent, so we could get absolutely mullered in this game, or we could turn up one for the books as we look to be able to create an attack here. Christopher and Nkunku in the middle with an option to be able to find us there, as you can see. Many shirts around us as we find Caicedo as he plays a straight pass to Reece James there as he looks for an option. Back to Caicedo it goes. He places it in with a perfect opportunity. This could be it, and it is going to be it. It's Liverpool 0, Chelsea 1, and the Blue have definitely started the better of the Reds, that is for sure. And in the 15th minute, we've already opened up the score in there with a lovely finish, lovely dink from Caicedo, just finding the gap and running onto it. Outside the foot finish, Alisson having no chance for that one whatsoever, and we now have got ourselves in front in this tie. Really good finish, and I'm really a big fan of that, to be honest. And that sort of situation, if you hit it, you're pretty much going to hit it straight at the keeper, but moments like that make it so much harder. 18 minutes played in this tie. Liverpool haven't created anything as yet, but we cannot rule them out, that is for sure, as they look for an opportunity to be created here as Cucurella can't really get down the wing, and Lopez with a very big save. And one question, as I mentioned in the last episode, for whatever reason Robert Sanchez has been dropped, and he was probably one of the better players out of the team, and this is exactly the reason why. Ben White fires his side back into things there, and it didn't last that long for in terms of the lead, and it's Liverpool 1, Chelsea 1. And I'm not too sure why Robert Sanchez has been dropped. He actually got the most clean sheets in the EFL Trophy campaign, and I feel like he's actually been doing pretty well. I wouldn't actually normally think he's a first team keeper, but Lopez is pretty much at the end of his tenure in this save, and Petrovic is nowhere near what we would want him to be. So I would say that he was probably the best suited for the team, but that is not said by the manager, and unfortunately we have to respect that decision with nothing to be changed. But we could create an opportunity now, skipping past Van Dijk, but he does get the better of us in the end there as he blocks the shot, putting it out for a corner kick. Half an hour being played in this first half. Both teams have scored as of yet there as Gravenberch looks for an opportunity there, but Romero gets a decent block in, putting it out for a corner kick. So I have a chance from the corner now. Szoboszlai looks to be able to play it short, I'm pretty sure, and he is going to play it short. He plays it short to his teammate there as he looks for an opportunity to get the ball into the air. The ball is there, and Gravenberch has had a howler. He should be scoring that on that opportunity, as Jurgen Klopp knows exactly why, and unfortunately he's completely missed a sitter there on that opportunity. But good for us though, that is for sure, as we continue on. 34 minutes being played. Lopez playing it out from the back, bit risky I have to say, as Cucurella finds Enzo. Enzo back to Cucurella then on the left hand side as an opportunity, but we have to go back to go forward there. As you can see, Liverpool attackers are really hounding down the Chelsea defenders, but we do get out of trouble, and Sterling finds himself with an opportunity to be able to beat the defenders with pace there, as you can see, and we're looking way too fast for him as we look to be able to get Upamecano, but we can't. He goes back to Alisson then, with Alisson looking to clear it there, and he leaves it to the last second to do so, and he does clear his lines, but only as far as Reece James. He heads it down to Caicedo to Enzo, and Nkunku now back to Madueke there on the right hand side. He cuts in there and it hits the bar. Really good opportunity from Nani Madueke, but he just can't take it whatsoever. Really unfortunate, I have to say, but we will settle for a corner kick then. Opportunity from the corner, 5 minutes left to play. Poor delivery, as you can see, no one really deals with it. It finds ourselves as Sterling nods it down. It could be really good here, and it could be even better, but unfortunately it's not going to be the case, and we have to settle for what it is as of the moment there. Chelsea 1, Liverpool 1, a decent half nevertheless. We could have done so much better in this opportunity though, I have to say. In terms of the objectives, a lot of improvement is to be made in the second half, I hope then, as we look to be able to see what we can do as we reach the 67th minute in this second half then. As you can see, we're creating an opportunity getting past Van Dijk. No one can catch us, and a pretty much the similar goal to the first, an outside the foot effort beating Alisson, and it is now Liverpool 1, Chelsea 2 as we celebrate in front of the long travelling fans there. Really good stuff there from the travelling fans all the way up from London to Merseyside, and it's a similar goal as I mentioned to the first day, just getting past the defenders, being in a good position and curling it past the keeper. They're really happy with that finish though. As we continue on, Gravenberch finds a teammate Dybala with an opportunity to be able to see if they can get a goal straight away in this second half and get back into proceedings. Ben White charging down the right, decent ball to Pedro there, as you can see, back to Salah, and he scores against his former side. It's Liverpool 2, Chelsea 2, and Mohamed Salah gets level then in this particular tie. It was coming in some respects because we just didn't really start as well off when we got that second goal, and the momentum seemed to be with Liverpool, and it's a decent finish from Mo Salah coming off the bench to be able to make an impact, and it's exactly what he does. With not many minutes left to play there, 84 minutes left to play, Reece James deals with a defensive situation as Lopez clears there, as you can see. He looks to find a teammate as Upamecano deals with it, finding his teammate Gravenberch. Ball to Pedro Pedro, as you can see, as Pedro looks to turn his man, but Enzo gets stuck in there at the same time, finding Cucurella on the left-hand side. He makes a chipping pass there, and I'm pretty sure he should have made a driven pass because we've lost out, unfortunately, due to the touch. Van Dijk depossesses us. Matip now back to Gakpo, as you can see. Gakpo with an opportunity to charge forward, using his skill there. The Dutchman looks to be able to get into a dangerous position and create an opportunity. He's created one, that is for sure, and it will be a corner kick there after Lopez makes a big save, putting it out for a corner kick. Could this be the chance for Liverpool now to get themselves a winner, as Salah finds his teammate Pedro to Matip. Matip with an opportunity, finds Virgil van Dijk. Cucurella deals with it, but he doesn't deal with Gakpo, and he doesn't deal with Gakpo because it's Liverpool 3, Chelsea 2, and we look pretty much down and out in this fixture. It's really worrying, I have to say, because we are losing too many fixtures at the last minute, and that's exactly what's happened once again. It's Liverpool 3, Chelsea 2. We fall short again, once again. Yeah, it's just frustrating because I know what we can do and I know what I'm producing as a player, but it doesn't seem to be that's a collective team either, though, that's for sure. Disappointed because we're now just dropping points in the Premier League, and this is not what we want, because if we keep doing so, then we might find ourselves in a situation we just can't get ourselves out of. The individual performance was good in the end. 3 objectives completed. I have to say that's a good point from our factor, but yeah, I'd have liked it to have been as an all-round team and not just myself as a player, because we really need to improve as a side and so on if we want to get anywhere in the Premier League. And as you can see, confirmation of ourselves moving into second there, and it is very tight up the top, very, very tight. It only separates 9 points from the top 5 to the first there, as you can see. Spurs on 53 points, Liverpool on 55 points, Man City on 55 points, ourselves on 60, and Arsenal on 62. So 2 points behind first. Brentford to play in the next episode, and we've got Man City breathing down our necks with 5 points behind us. So there's all to play for in the Premier League, and bearing on we're in April now, so there's not going to be too many games left to play in the Premier League, but it's definitely all to play for. But this is the end of this particular episode. I hope you guys have enjoyed this one. Please like and subscribe for more content, and don't forget to hit that notification button so you never miss a video. Cheers.